Hello, everybody. All good? We all good? Could you do me a favour and put your phones on silent, please? I only want communication with spirit, not the outside world. Thank you. Are you all well trained? Look, most of you've already done it. I could train my family as well. Have way less hassle. If you want to. Or leave it if there's a through draft. I don't mind. You know me, I'll just be this little paddle over here. Right, today we've got Natalie with us. It's very, very nice to have her here.
Nice, dear.
I try not to scare you too much. Thankfully, you know me well enough to know that, so that's fine. Do you want to open any way you want to for me, my lovey?
Okay, so if you'd just like to join me, however you feel comfortable, just like to invoke a little prayer and invite your loved ones in. So we say, Dear Great Spirit, Father God, we thank you for this wonderful opportunity to be able to work in your name this evening. I ask that myself be a clear channel from spirit, through spirit, to spirit. And I ask that all messages are given in love, truth and honesty. Amen.
Thank you. Right, you all know the drill by now. I've got a healing book here. I'm going to read it out. I'm going to read out the names. We're going to send them lots of love, light and healing in any way that you feel like you want to do it. Some people say imagine them in a better place. I like to say a different situation because I'm not sending them over there straight away. Dear Spirit, in this time of growing darkness and cold, we turn our thoughts to family and friends and think of those who are not as lucky or who are alone. We take a moment to send our thoughts to them and the energy we raise here tonight, trusting that Spirit will send it to where it's needed and where it will do the most good. The healing list is Darren, Wendy, Caledonia, Sophie, Sylvia, Clive, Christina, Craig, Katie, Scott, Sue, Sam, Robert, Violet, Anita, Karen and Dee. So if you can just take a moment just to think of them in a better position than they are now, that'd be lovely. Lovely, thank you very much. Now, some people, one of the questions that I got asked a little while ago, is like, I thought I'd just read out a little story about it, because someone asked me a little while ago, in what forms do gifts like this come in? And I sort of told them some of the ways that people work. And they asked about animal communication and just how much of a connection we can have with our animals and our animal kingdom and our animal loved ones. This is a nice little story that pops out, and I thought, oh, read it out, something a bit different. Fred, my 7-year-old horse, wasn't himself. A physiotherapist said there was a problem with his back. Have you thought about trying an animal communicator, she asked, and recommended a horse whisperer and psychic called Beth. I'd always been interested in the supernatural and decided to take her advice. How does it work? I asked Beth when I met her. It sounds strange, she says, but I hear the horse's thoughts in my head. Almost as soon as she saw Fred, Beth told me what was wrong with him. Later, a vet confirmed her diagnosis and treated him. To my astonishment, Fred didn't just tell Beth about his ailment. He knew all sorts, including that I'd had a recent operation on my foot. Years went by, and I saw Beth regularly. She became a good friend, especially when my marriage broke down. Eventually, I put myself back out on the dating scene, only I couldn't find anyone special. One day, Beth was round, and she said that Fred had a message for me. You'll meet someone, Beth said. He'll be tall, have dark hair, and live in Devon. Oh, and you'll go on a cruise. 2 years passed, and my mystery man still was nowhere to be seen. How am I going to know he's the right guy? I asked Beth as I stroked Fred's muzzle. Wait, I'm getting something, she replied. Fred said that he'll have a scar on his leg. I'll have to bed every guy I meet to find that out, I joked. But Fred's premonition stuck with me. One night, I saw a guy named Charlie on Facebook. We'd previously matched a dating site but had never met. As I scrolled through his profile, bells chimed. Not only did he work with boats, but he was tall, had dark hair and lived in Devon. If he's got a scar on his leg, we'll have a full house, I said to myself. We met and had a cuppa and a chat. He was lovely, but a little more serious than my usual type. Remember our 3-date rule, my friend said. We always said if we were on the fence, we'd give a guy 3 dates to prove himself. So when Charlie asked me out again, I agreed. For our second date, he took me and my pals out on his boat. This is the cruise that Fred was talking about, I thought. Charlie was in his element on the water. He was relaxed and funny, and it was really attractive. As I left, I gave him a peck on the cheek, but was secretly excited about our next meeting. But did he have a scar? On our next date, I got my answer. When I was little, they worried I wasn't growing properly, Charlie said. So I had an op on my left leg, which left me with a really big scar. I had to stop myself from cheering and telling Charlie about Fred's prediction, but I didn't want to freak him out. After that, Charlie and I became official. Now, I don't listen to naysayers, but I really believe that Fred found my soulmate.
No.
And it's just one of those things. People think that obviously we have such a connection with our animals and such a connection with our pets. But sometimes it can seem so one-sided, can't it? We do everything for them and they just stand there and then they just eat, poop and sleep and that's about it. But they do pay attention to us. They do love us. And because we have such a strong connection, that is just one of the ways that spirit will come through to help us and to tell us things that we need to know. So I just wanted to read that because, like I said, someone asked me about it and I thought it was a nice little story. So I'm done rabbiting. I'm going to pass you off to Natalie to do whatever she wants to do.
Thank you very much. It's lovely to be here, everyone. So apt that you've chosen the animal communication one. I've literally just got in the shower, not that you needed to know that, but was joined by a pigeon my daughter has brought home. So I've just literally had a shower with the pigeon who decided it was great just to land on my head, just as I'd slathered on my conditioner on. But yeah, and my daughter informs me that they're like parrots. So can we keep him? No. So if anyone wants a pet pigeon, I have one going and ready and available. I have been here before and I've seen a few faces, but just as an audience member actually. So is there anyone here though that is here for the first time, never seen a medium? So welcome. So I'll just explain how I work. Okay, so I'm predominantly clairsentient, so I get feelings and sensations and I have to translate that. It's a bit like a game of catchphrase. So if you understand the information I'm giving out, all I ask you to do is a nice clear yes, no, or don't know. So none of the nodding heads, because spirit like to use your voice as a vibration and that helps pull them closer for me. Okay, so now you know how to behave. I will see where we are going with it. So as I say, I never make a connection until I stand up, but I am aware all I've had since I was sitting out there is someone singing happy birthday. So I don't know if there's someone's birthday today or around this time now, okay, but I did feel like it was for today. So there would be a connection to a birthday today. I did get a sense of a gentleman as I'm beginning to connect there and I'm pulling him close and I feel like he is dad to someone here. I know that there would be like a lung condition or almost like a pneumonia because I've got this real heaviness with him around my lungs there. So is there anyone, I don't know why, but I feel pulled down the left-hand side. But if you understand it over here, don't be shy because my sat-nav takes a little while to warm up. So is there anyone that connects with a gentleman? Dad, hello there. It's weird because I was drawn to you as I walked in the door. Okay, so yeah, sat-nav is definitely off. They don't call me shat-nav for nothing. Okay, or shat-nat. Okay, so you understand all of that information. And where is the birthday place, sir? It's your birthday tomorrow. Okay, so I know that's the spirit world, your father coming through there and just bringing this birthday love and upliftment for you, okay? He tells me at this moment in time that you very much need that upliftment, sir. I feel like it's been quite a tough time for you of late. Would you understand that? And I know that this man was a very positive person when he was here on the earth plane. Would that be true, please? Okay, because I just feel like he just found the joy in life and was very happy with the mundane things in life, he says. But family for him was very, very important. And that's, you know, he found the joy in the simple things in life, okay? I know I want to talk about 5. So I don't know if I'm a family of 5 or you understand where there's 5 children or 5 siblings or... Yep, you understand that as well, okay. And the name of Michael I need to mention, but I don't know if Michael's here on the earth plane or you understand that? Yeah, Michael, yeah, okay. because I just know I need to make reference there. And again, with the animals, I'm being drawn back to the animal communication. So I feel like this man would have had involvement with animals, or would have had animals himself. Or would that be around you, sir, please? Dogs, okay. But was there involvement in horses, or is he kind of being a little bit coy in the sense, did he used to like to watch the horses, please? Right, okay. Because I just felt that there was more of a connection to animals than just the dogs. Not that just the dogs. I'm a dog groomer during the day, so dogs are very important to me. I've got 4 of my own, so... But I just know that this man, as I say, I'm quite happy out in nature with this gentleman. I know that he connects very strongly, just as I say, with the simple things in life, okay? And I feel like that's where he kind of wants to remind you at this moment in time, is to reconnect with the simple things at this moment in time. Often, as I say, that the trees and the nature at this time of year reminds us how resilient they are, okay, and that everything has a season and a change. And although everything can look very barren at one point, you know, you've got to bear in mind that those changes are going through at this moment in time. So although things seem unsteady at this moment and maybe not how you want them to be, sometimes we need these tower moments to bring us into the new and to the new beginnings, okay? And that's what he wants to remind you of. Who is it who's quite good with cars or mechanics or fiddling around? Because I just feel like I've got the smell of oil. You understand that, yeah? Okay. Because I just know that I'm there. So I don't know if there's changes around that situation at this moment in time, and that's where this issue has come in. I don't know why he brought that in, but I just know that he must be around you an awful lot, as I say, because I know that he wants to come in, not only wish you happy birthday, but just to bring you this joy and this upliftment and this reminder that things really aren't as bad as what they seem. And sometimes, as I say, we have these moments, but just trust in spirit and trust in nature, trust in yourself is what he wants to do, okay? I know I need to make reference to the name David as well, okay? So would you understand David as well? You don't understand that name at all? Okay. No? Doesn't matter. You're with this gentleman? Yeah, okay. So I trust them, okay? They're normally right. And I literally do trust everything they give me, okay? So, and again, he's reiterating that with you. Trust everything, okay? I believe, as I say, I know that David just wants to pop in and say hello. So if this is connected with you and you two are connected, that's absolutely fine. It's just letting you know that he's there safe, okay? Is there connections also to someone that either was a postie or delivered letters, or if you just had like correspondence through in regards to David, please? No, it's definitely not. It's letters, postman. There must have been some point in the family about a post. Yep. Right, okay, that's fine. Okay, I've just, as I say, they're just letting you know that they are around, okay? So they're giving me evidence that you would know about, okay? Even if it takes us a little time to connect the dots there, okay? What else do you want to do? Okay, that's weird as well. Is there somewhere in the family or someone that used to paint as well, please? Because I'm seeing somebody that used to do, like, either... Oh, lovely. I just know that I'm looking at a painting, but it looks like, and I know you said that your Uncle John was involved with the post, but it's almost like I wanted to look at, it was changing it to like John Constable or something. So I feel like they must be very nature-based or very looking out. Yeah, okay. Again, it's just their way of letting you know that they are very much around you and bringing you this upliftment and this joy. I know they want to thank you, okay? You must be quite a spiritual person. I know you're in a spiritual band, but you must have this ability as well, okay? And they're saying thank you for all that you're doing, because I know that you're the one that's trying to lift, support, and almost bring this, you bring a sense of calm and a sense of peace is what they're saying, okay? So I know that they want to thank you for that. I know that by Christmas, it just feels as if things are going to feel a bit lighter. They're ringing like a bell for you, okay? It's like one of them little believe, okay? But there's also a double meaning in that. So if you're not up working, I feel like you need to be. Do you understand that? Yeah, you are? Okay, so I don't know if you've taken a step back or what you're doing, but they're saying believe, okay? And I'm going to leave their love with you and say God bless. Thank you. I know I've got a lady here because I keep hearing her call out Peggy, Margaret, Peggy. So I don't know if that's her name or if it connects with her. And I know with her as well, she must have had, I don't feel like she's got problems with the lungs or anything, but I just feel as if there was problems with her swallowing towards the end there. And I also am beginning to become aware of a sort of almost like a numbness on my right hand side. So I don't know if it's a stroke this lady had, or certainly something that affected her mobility towards the end down this right hand side there. I know she's a creature of habit, and I know that she would very much always have her hair done weekly, which I know a lot of ladies do. And I do feel with her as well, she's very straight talking. I feel she's a very kind lady, but she will tell you how it is in a very direct way. Okay, so who first of all would understand lady in the spirit world? And the name Peggy or Margaret must connect. I'm not sure if it's her name. You understand it? And would you understand like either the stroke condition or you don't know? That's absolutely fine. Okay, it's just the sensation that I've got with this. Okay, and as I say, she's a very straight talking lady, I've got to say. And she liked what she liked. She was a creature of habit. So I know that her hair, as I say, would have been done on a regular basis. She tells me on a Monday. So I just feel like that was something that she would always. You always knew where you were with this lady. That's what I want to say. Okay. Is this Nan to you, or is this is your aunt? Okay. But would she be on Mum's side of the family, please? Yeah. Okay. Because I just know I was getting my my jump there across. Okay. Is Mum in spirit, or is Mum still here, please? Mum's still here. Are there? No, I'm not putting her in spirit at all. Okay. But I just know that I want to talk about Mum. So would you understand where there's either been concerns around Mum at this moment in time, or where Mum needs to speak her truth a little bit, please? Because I just feel as if something's weighing heavily on her where she needs to express herself or where she needs to talk, where this lady, and that's why this lady is the one that's come through, because she would be very direct with what she said, okay? But I do feel as well, as I talk about Mum, I just feel like I want to talk about you and where things have been weighing heavily on your shoulders as well, okay? So she's trying to come in just to take that load off a little bit for you as well. She talks about, okay, I don't know if there's problems with someone's sight here, or this lady had problems with her sight towards the end, but I just know I'm aware that I've been struggling a little bit lately to get a bit of focus. That's how she's making me feel. So I don't know if this is with you or with Mum. You need your glasses, but you don't wear them all the time. No. Right, okay. Because I know with myself, I'm supposed to wear glasses, okay, and I don't, because it's almost like I feel like they make my eyesight worse, and I don't want to rely on them. So it's almost like that feeling with it, okay, where she's saying, don't be so stubborn. Okay, so I know that I need to do and talk about that with you. Okay. Did you understand the name of Margaret or Peggy as well, please? Peggy. Okay, that's fine. I don't know why, but she just keeps slamming doors. So I don't know if she used to do that or she's talking metaphorically about someone needing to close the door on a situation, please. Okay, would you understand that with you needing to, okay? As I say, she was very straight talking. She's not going to air all your details or whatever is going on around you, but she's the one that would come through and do everything with confidence. She's very practical in her thinking and in the sense of where I talked about change and getting used to change, okay, she would have all these old sayings for stuff. That she makes me feel like the old prophecies or the old sayings that would, you know, one door's going to close and another one's going to open, but it's a bit rubbish in the hallway sort of thing, you know. But I know with her, she talks about this need to close a door on a situation. That's as far as she says she's going to go with that. Okay. Okay, now back in the day, she was quite a practical lady. Would you understand? Where she either used to make all her own clothes or used to be able to turn her hand to a lot of stuff, okay? Because she just takes me to the curtains at the back there and wants to rearrange stuff, but I know that she would be able to do that herself, okay? And I feel like she would have even made money at that at some point in her life as well. Would you? You wouldn't know that, okay? Well, she tells me she was very good at it, but I feel like at some point she would have either worked in the industry or worked in a factory or worked in a haberdashery or somewhere like that. So it's more than just a hobby, okay? I know that I hear the name Frank that I need to make reference to, and I think it's just a memory to do with somebody in the spirit there, okay? Don't remember it now. If you can hold on to it, and I'll see if she brings in where it's connected. I know that she's met with Frank. Now, is there somebody that's around you doing the family tree at this moment in time, or has just done it? Okay. Are there any plans to? Because I just feel as if, would you understand if there is other family members that were brought in that weren't blood relatives, please? You don't understand that, right? Can I just check something, just in case I've moved on? Is there anyone else that understands some of this information? Okay, but you don't understand all of it?
No, quite the haberdashery sort of bit, and Margaret now has got this far with Frank, and yeah.
Right, I had a feeling.
Thing and the tree, yeah.
Right, okay. Do you know what? I just knew something was sticking a little bit, so I just knew that they'd either moved in. So what often they'll do is they'll come in on the same link. They'll be very similar characters, and it's just so they can get me to go in two different places. So I'm going to leave your lady with you and just say close the door on whatever it is you need to do, okay, and just know that she's with you. And then I'm going to come over here, okay, because as I say, you made the reference with Frank, and I just know that I heard that very clearly, so I didn't want to change it. Okay, but you understand where someone's doing the tree and where, as I say, that not blood relatives have either been discovered or that have brought in, and I'm just aware of that now also, okay. So where do we want to go with that? Okay. Would I be travelling to Ireland in some of this family tree as well? Because it's almost like I want to make a little pilgrimage, okay, and go over and have a little go round and just find out where my roots are, okay. But she says it's not only Ireland, because I feel like I want to go four corners. So I want to go England, Ireland, Wales, and Scotland as well. So I just feel as if somebody's really got stuck into this, and they're quite enjoying the fact that there's almost not skeletons in the closet, but there's secrets or family details that weren't known. Yeah, okay. And I feel like there's been quite a few synchronicities as well, where family members you didn't know that were family that you found out, and where names have been repeated as well, even though that you wouldn't have necessarily known that they were family back at the time. Okay, but all ancestors as well. Really? Okay, so only because I know I've done my family tree as well, and we've been quite surprised with some of the stuff that was that we didn't know. It was just kept quiet. Okay, there's also has there been like some I don't want to say family things, but where there's either something where I know we talked about the name change, but where there was somebody we thought was the father and turned out not to be the father. Yeah. Yeah, okay, because I just know there's some of that in my family as well. Maybe we're related, you never know. Never know back in the day. But yeah, I just know that there's been so many little surprises within that, okay, that have gone on. Also, can I just check as well, would you understand where somebody has had like either like a blood disorder or diagnosis with a blood disorder that feels like it's hereditary, to be honest with you?
Not that I know.
Okay, and I'm not giving anyone that, but I know they're making me aware of where somebody either produces too much red blood cells. And I know, as I say, that's within my family, so I know that's why they're showing that. I just get a sense, so I'm not a doctor at all, but just if somebody is having any issues with health, just get them to check the blood for something called heme, and it'll run in a male line. Ah, right, okay. As long as you understand that. Just as I say, I'm not a doctor, but I just know, I don't even know if I'm going to pronounce it right, but it's something that can be passed down, can be treated, not necessarily treated, but they can do something with it. And it's called hemochromatosis. As I say, don't know why, but they're giving me that. Not necessarily it, but just worth getting it checked anyway, as I say. Because I just know that I'm made aware of that there then as well. Okay. Tom as well, I need to make reference to, so there must be a Tom.
Yeah.
Yep, okay. Is that you? No. Right, okay. Just as long as you understand why they're giving that. And I know I need to go to September, but around the 19th, 20th, something like that, for a birthday celebration or anniversary. Oh, there you go. So that's that. Congratulations. Just know that they're making me aware there as well. Okay. They're just letting you know they've been around, and this is, as I say, what they want to do. They just want to come in and let you know that they haven't gone anywhere. They're still very much around you and seeing what's going on. Okay. And as I say that, is there someone that's picked up something on like a CCTV camera, or somebody that's been looking at a Ring doorbell and seen some stuff a bit odd?
Yeah.
Is it you?
Well, it's my mum mainly.
Oh, okay, it's quite, yeah, having a good look. And but I just feel like there's stuff going, and you're like, oh, what is that? And what are they up to? What they're doing? Because I just know that I'm aware of that there as well. Okay. And somebody who's, and I'm not sure who it is that's giving me it, if this is, because I don't feel like it's the same lady, but I'm aware of someone that's this side, may be connected to you actually, that quite colourful language. Not afraid to drop the F-bomb, I'm not about to do it, but I just get a sense of where somebody here, and it just feels as if, it feels like a young man, I've got to say, he's a young fella, okay, because he's come in and he's wearing like, bit like it looks like a rock t-shirt or something like that, but he's a bit of a lad, I've got to say. Now, would this still be connected? Not until you're looking vague, so I don't want to give you random men, especially when you're sitting there with your husband. Okay, so let me just work with him, because it may just be that it's moved on. Normally I get a sense of when they're going to go and they say thank you very much, but okay, I'm just going to bring him through a bit more, because I know that this is quite a character. If you don't understand him, someone else may do, so just bear with me. I know he's got quite a nice amount of hair as he comes through. It's quite thick and blonde and tousled, and he's like a heavier set gentleman. And as I say, he's wearing like looks like a Guns N' Roses or some sort of rock t-shirt anyway. He's very easygoing, bit of a clown, I've got to say. And I know he likes a drink, because I'm having a pint with him at this moment in time. I know with him also, although I feel like he's up most of the time, he can have really bad lows as well. He's still not giving me what he passed with, but I almost feel with him that he takes responsibility for his own actions there. Come on, that will help. I know he self-medicates, so I know it's not just drink. I know that I'm smelling some really beautiful smelling fragrance smells as well there as well. And I know he's young when he passes. So you don't understand him at all, okay? He's not connected with you. So let me say thank you for working with me. I don't know why they're doing this tonight, but I just feel like they're whizzing through and kind of giving me some. So who understands I don't know, I do feel down here, and I don't know why, but I'm being pulled around you, sir. This is looking vague, so I'm not good. Okay, I just know this man, I feel like I want to be in my 30s with him. He likes loud music, he likes the pub scene. I know that he likes to he must be local round here because I feel like I'm seeing him stagger up and down the road, like Newtown Road or around here. So he's familiar with the Star. Is there a pub called Star? Star, isn't there? With that area. And when I say that where he takes responsibility, I just feel as if, as I say, I'm not saying he ended his own life, but I just know, I know he loves his music. When I say he's not big, he's like.
Yeah, I thought when you say big.
No, he's not a massive bloke. No, but he's well. He did take his own life. So, if it is, and you does that sit right with you?
Party, yeah, a lot of that.
And he's from round here.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So I was still with you, and he's just being very coy about how he passed. So he takes responsibility. It's not showing me how he did it, but I just know that because he's described this highs and this lows with his mood, and that he would lose himself in music and alcohol, and as I say, self-medicate in that sense. Okay. So I do, and do you not understand the name of Mark as well, please? It connects. Can be. I've just heard the name of Mark, so as long as he would know that name, as I say, I just know he makes reference to the name Mark. Right. Okay. So Mark is still here.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you understand with Mark going through a bit of a tough time at this moment in time, please? Right. Okay. That's why he's come through. He just wants to bring in this support for this gentleman. Okay. Because I know he brings in this strength. I don't know if there's been a breakup or if there's been something that's absolutely kind of rocked his world a little bit. And he's just saying, he's watching from the spirit world and keeping an eye on him. But he's just saying, just make sure everyone kind of keeps him bolstered up. Okay. He'll get through it. It's the highs and the lows. And I know that he's seen him at a low. Okay. So, that's why he's come in, just for you to be aware of it, okay? And although he's painting on this kind of, he'll get through it, it's all right, he said he needs someone just to have that deep and meaningful with him. So, sorry to put that on you, but there you go. He obviously feels you're the good man for the job, otherwise he wouldn't have come through. Okay, so can I leave that with you, and I'll leave their love and their thank you with you. Okay. Right. So I know I've got a gentleman now, and I know this gentleman would have passed suddenly with his heart. Obviously, I know we all go with our heart in the end, but I know it is a heart attack that takes him to the world of spirit, and I know he's here 1 minute and gone the next. And he says, I was there in the spirit world, but it was lovely because he met all his family, but in particular his brother. I know that he is towards the end there as well. I know that he feels like he's either on his own or he's quite a solitary character as he stands there. And I don't know if he used to wear like a long coat, but it's almost like I want to go and put it out on that peg out there. So I just know that the name Len or Les or a short L name sits there quite nicely for me. There's some connection to April as well, so I don't know if that's when he passed. But I know that there was, although he had this heart condition, I know there was confusion with him towards the end there as well within my mindset. But I know he feels like he's a good age. So where would I be with my gentleman? Does anyone understand him to begin with? Really weird, but I don't want to pick on you because I know you're new and you've not been here before. But would any of this make sense to you? Can't think of anything. I don't know why, and I know the name Alan I want to make reference to as well.
My dad's Alan.
So your dad's Alan, but do you understand the rest of this information about this gentleman?
Yeah, with the heart and that, but not Les, that name.
You don't understand the Len or the Les?
But, yeah,
Okay. Would he have worn, you know, like the old long camel kind of coat things? Because he's just but quite long.
Yeah, sort of buckled over again.
Right. Okay. So, although I've been to all of you for a message as well, I know that I've heard all this come in. So your dad's Alan. Come on then, darling. And if this makes sense to anyone else, do speak up as well. That's funny because I've seen that and now I've not got him there again. Hold on a minute. It may just be that he's just popped in. So this would be your grandfather.
Alan's my dad.
Alan's your dad,
Yeah.
but he's not the one in spirit, no?
Yeah.
Oh, it is. Oh, do beg your pardon. Sorry. It's all right because I felt that he made quite a good age, this gentleman.
Yeah, he's, 70s.
Oh, okay. Sorry, because you look quite young, so that's what it is. So, right, that is young. Okay. Right. So, you come on. Okay, if I am to be with you, would you understand that this man, as I say, I want to talk about being, he must have had a problem with his leg here towards the end as well, because I know that I'm struggling towards the end to get around a bit. And would you understand also that his brother passes before him, because I know that he's met by what I feel is brother. And I feel like he's got this real joy, sadness at leaving his family. But I know that when he goes, it's like I know I'm met by so many people. And it's not a brother, it's someone that feels very much like a best mate brother as he goes over. Okay, now I'm not going to put him there, but I know that he's met by another gentleman. I've got to say, if it's not brother, it's got to be brother-in-law. No. You can give me a no because I'll make them go back and sort it out. And if I am also to be with you, there must be some connection to the police force or to the services with.
Yeah, my sister-in-law, she's been better services.
Right. Okay. So I wanted to confirm because as I say, although I don't choose where the messages go, I'm aware there's so many other people that they would normally pull round, but you're standing out like a beacon, you three, to the world of spirit. Like,
Les, and that is still linked with the other one for me. It was her dad.
right. Okay.
So there is a link there.
There is a link there. Okay.
I thought there were a couple of things you said there that would still link.
That would still link with you as well. Right. Okay.
And the services.
And the services as well. Right.
Yeah.
As I say, they're obviously, they've been really good, so they want to bring them through lots of messages. Right, okay. Come on then. Okay. Right, and also, would you understand, would this man have fished, please? Okay, because I'm just getting the stench of like fishing stuff and that kind of smell, okay? But I just know that it just feels as if he couldn't not come through, okay, because everyone else has, and he knows you were a real daddy's girl, yeah? Yeah? So it's almost like he doesn't want to come, doesn't want to not come, okay, and be through. But would you understand he wouldn't have believed in any of this?
Well, probably not. It's not a conversation.
It's not a conversation, yeah, okay, because I just know that he was surprised when he stepped into the spirit world and saw people that he knew. As I say, I felt it was his brother, but I'll understand I'm not putting his brother there if he's not there. But I just know, I get this sense with him that although he's very sad to leave here, you must know that he's okay and that he's not on his own there, all right? And that he steps over there and he's met with people that he's known for many, many years. It was like a reunion. Okay. Right, okay. So have you been asking questions for the spirit world or talking to Dad, please? Because I just got a sense of where you've had questions yourself, which is why he's been hearing you, okay? So you've either been putting it up there. Again, it feels personal, okay? Talk to me afterwards. if you will, okay? Because I just want to. It's almost like you've put thoughts up to Dad, okay? And I know that he's heard you, but just see me afterwards, and I'll go there with you. Okay, right. Moving on. Let's see who else we've got. Okay. Okay. So I know that I have a young lady here, and I know she would have danced when she was here on the earth plane, because it's almost, I was aware of her out there, and she was holding onto the chair and almost doing like ballerina, kind of swinging her legs back and forth, and she was definitely a lot more agile than me, and I would not think to do that. So I know that I'm with this young lady. I know I've got the sense of her. She's a very fun individual when she's here on the earth plane. I know as well, it feels as if her life is taken and cut short very tragically, because I know that she is very young when she passes to the spirit world. I know as well, I know that she likes her makeup and she's very glamorous. And I know she's got this wonderful sense of fun with her, okay? I don't know if it's a car accident or something like that, but it almost feels I'm with other people when I pass. Does this make sense to anybody? So I've got a young lady, I know that she would have danced and would have had, again, I feel like I'm pulled down here, but I feel like I want to come down to the back. I know as a young girl, as I said, I don't know if she danced more when she was younger, and this was something that she it does. I don't know why, but I just keep. When I close my eyes, I've got you in my mind there. I don't know if you've got like a. She doesn't feel family. I've got to say, she feels like she would either be known to you, friendship group, or somebody you went to school with, or something like that. But she's taking me back to the times when she was young and free and just. Yeah, be quite supple, but I know she would have been taken very quickly in what feels like. And if it's not you at the end there, would you understand any of this, please? I don't know why. She just keeps taking me down there to the back of the room. Let me get more. I don't know. The name Jade sits there quite nicely, or the stone, or I just know I've heard that there. And it just feels like I want to go back, because it feels like a school link, or somebody that you would have gone to school with. So this makes no sense to anyone at all, or even some of it. No. Okay. I just know there's some connection to like a car accident, and I don't if this is connected with her or not, but I know they've made reference to a car accident where there were other people in the car, even if it was only one person that passes. Still one too many there. Come on. And there must be something to do with memories of somebody that would have either rode horses when they were younger, or some connection there as well. Because I know there would be memories to do with stables and just, say, it feels like a school link. Where are we? Come on, take me down. Okay. I don't know why, but I keep hearing Swanley. Now, is that Kent? It's Kent, isn't it? Yeah. So, and there's no one here that's got links to Kent, or links to Swanley, or. Okay. Right, come on, give me one more piece, or I'll have to let you go. I don't like letting them go. It's weird, because I do feel like I'm this side of the room. And there's not a Michelle here. Not in particular down this side. Right, I'm going to let her go then if you don't. If it's meant to be, she'll come back, she'll find another way. But I just know I was aware of her there, and I hate letting them go because there's normally a connection to it or someone you will remember. But I feel like I want to go back in time with her. So just hold on to that. And if you remember, it's too late. Don't come up to me afterwards and say, because I will have forgotten by then. Okay. Right. Dun, dun, dun. Nope, can't do it. That's weird. It's something to do with a bridesmaid as well. I've just got someone that's either walked down the aisle or something, some connection to a bridesmaid there. I know that I've got, okay, this lady here that connects with me now. I know that she would have either been connected to a wedding or a bridesmaid, or you would have been a bridesmaid at her wedding. I know with her as well, as she takes me down that aisle, I know that I want to go back a little while with this because it's quite an old, an old wedding march that I'm hearing in my mind there. I know as well, I know there would have been a cancerous condition with this lady, and I feel like it's almost like it affects two parts of my body. So it's either like starts in one part and then progresses down. Actually, it doesn't as well. It goes to the brain as well with this lady as well. And I don't feel like I'm overly old with her. I feel like she would have had lots of years left in her still, had she not, had been able to beat this, okay? I know the name of Carol connects quite nicely there with me. I know that I know the name of Jane as well, as I begin to work with her there. There's something to do, I know that she would have either started to lose her hair or her hair was her crowning glory there as I begin to work with her. So, you understand all of this, yeah? Okay.
I'm Carol. Our surname is James.
Right, okay, lovely. Okay. So you understand why it began to affect my mind there as well. And what is this connection to like bridesmaid or weddings, or would you have been?
We were bridesmaids at my auntie's wedding in Kent.
Right. Okay. But you don't understand this other part because I know that I want to. Okay, because I do feel that's like what they've done is brought me back around. Okay, because it was you that had the connection to Swanley, wasn't it, as well? So I'll just hold on to that other information. I'm not saying it, but it might be something that comes back from like a childhood friend or something, because they don't normally come through for no reason, because they're not my people. I'm just the voice and the messenger. Okay, so where are we? Young lady, you understand the cancer diagnosis and where she battled hard, this lady. She gave it all she could because she really wanted to be here and to live and to okay, so there must be children that were, if they're not hers, that she thought of as her own, that she looked after. Right, okay, because I just know that, it's all she ever wanted was to be there for them and to be, and to plan ahead as well. Because I know there were either plans to move, okay, or there were plans to get a house with land, or there was dreams that she had. Would you understand that? And she'd say, when I beat this, and it was never if or it was when, because she was so determined she would. Okay. Who's Danielle, please, here on the earth plane? That's your friend, okay. Because I know I need to make reference to Danielle for some reason. So I don't know if she would have known Danielle or if there's something going on around Danielle that she's just made. Right, okay. So I just know that she's aware of that there as well. Okay. I know that there were words that she wasn't able to say towards the end. Would you understand she wasn't able to communicate towards the end? Okay. But I know that she heard all that was said to her. Okay. And I know that she's been here before to communicate, okay, because she's very comfortable as she comes through. She talks about the song Three Little Birds. So don't worry, everything's going to be all right. So I don't know if that song's relevant to her while she was here on the earth plane, or she's giving that as a message to you right now.
Connected with their brother.
Right, okay.
Like with Bob Marley.
Yep, that's fine. It was Bob Marley, Three Little Birds that I want to bring through. Okay. Is your brother in the spirit world as well? Okay. Is he a bit of a clown? Bit of a joker?
Yeah.
Right, okay. Because as I said about Three Little Birds, he'd be like, I'd have a few more than three. Like it was, I feel like he's a bit of a Jack the Lad as he comes through there. Right, okay, because he's just like just the three, you know. So I just know that he's a laugh there as well. And who's the Elvis lover, please, or Elvis? It must be
My sister.
right. Okay, right, because I know I need to make reference there as well. And I know I need to go to February as a birthday anniversary of passing. Okay, but was it around Valentine's or something? Or right, okay, because I just know I wanted to come in around Valentine's because I'm seeing the big heart there as I work with her also. Okay. And I know that I need to express a thank you because I know that the family came together to support her in a big way. And I know that it's like everyone came and just tried to take her mind off by doing stuff with her and trying to just keep her occupied there. And even when there are days where she's weak and she's unable to talk, I know that everybody came in and she said, I just want to thank you for that love and that support and the strength that you gave me before. And I know that her transition was made so much easier because of you lot, okay? And I know that I say you lot because I know that I'm talking collectively more than just you guys. It's like, I feel like there's a lot of people that do a lot with me there, okay? That is odd, but I'll trust it. Is there some reason why she brings through like Grand Prix or motorsport or something like that, please? Because I just see cars go round on a racetrack, like Silverstone or somewhere like that. Oh, right, okay. I just thought it's not a very girly thing, but I'll trust it and I'll give it as well because I just know that I'm watching. Right, okay, that's fine. As long as you understand it, that's all that matters. Okay, and she's just gone. And I don't know if you two used to keep secrets, but she's just gone as if to say, I've kept your secret or she'll keep your secret. So whatever is that is between you, but she's keeping stum. Or for you to keep stum about that, okay. And she's just brought through what must be like a memory link to do with. And did you have one of them pogo sticks as a kid, or would you understand where somebody had a pogo stick?
No, we used to have like scooters.
No, I'm seeing definitely a pogo stick. Don't want to change it, but somebody had one. You had one when you were little. It just feels like a memory to do with that, and I don't want to change it into a scooter because I definitely didn't have wheels. I was jumping around on one of them. Okay. So I know as she comes to, so if it's you that used to have this and the memory to do with, would you understand why she talks about a need for you to have a little bit more confidence? Because you used to be fearless, she says. Okay. And something has rocked your confidence of late. And she's saying, right, come on, girl. Okay. She remembers you as you were with this confidence. She wants to lift you back up, okay, and let you know that you are part of her. So in that case, you are going to own it, or you're going to rock out and you're going to, she carried herself with dignity, this lady, and she says you do the same, all right? You be proud of who you are and shine your light, okay? So she's coming in just to tell you off a little bit there, okay? It's a fascination. She keeps bringing in the moon. Now, I know we've just had like a super moon or something like that. So I don't know if you understand the relevance to that or...
You had a telescope. I think it was
Okay. I didn't see that. I must admit, I didn't see that. There's something to do with... something to do with emotions. No, she's quite deep and quite into her mystical stuff, this lady, wouldn't she be? Was that right? Okay. She's talking about the moon. Then, and I say, I know we've just had some sort of super moon, okay? But I say, I'm going to give it to you. It may make sense to you, I don't know, when you go outside or something like that. Maybe just look at the moon and know that she's with you. But I know she's bringing you this confidence, and she just wants to. You've been looking at it. Right, okay. Then you must have sent a thought up at that point, because I just know at that point I want to look at it with you. So just remember. Sorry? Oh, lovely. Brilliant. Okay, so you understand why she comes in so close. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Okay, I'm going to leave her love with you. Please see if you can place, I don't want to say, I'm going to give that other lady to you, because I just feel like it's connected with you, childhood or whatever, but I'm going to bring the little dancing girl for you and see if she connects somewhere there, and I'm going to leave their love with you. Thank you. Strangest things, I say. When you see him, you just see him, and I'll give him anyway. Would anyone know anyone that was like a porter in a hospital? Because I've just wanted to wheel someone around in a bed. And I know it's a bed rather than a chair, but I just get a sense where I'm either in a hospital or where I would have worked in a hospital, or and I know it's a gentleman. I know that it would be a man that connects there with me. I know with him as well, it feels like he loved this job. I feel like he enjoyed it because he enjoyed talking to people, lifting people up, and making people feel, just to bring a little bit of joy to them, actually. You're going to give me more than that. The name Tony or Anthony sits quite nicely there in my mindset as I begin to work with him. And I know that there was a problem with this man's lungs towards the end there as well, because I just know that he's showing me that they were. I know that he would have been a smoker, and he said he's laughing at the fact that he worked in a hospital, but he would actually enjoy his fag breaks in between as well. Okay, so does this make sense to anyone? Hospital porter or someone that would have spent time working in a hospital? Because I'm just wheeling beds around with this gentleman. I know I've got the lung problem with him. And even if you understand any of it, but not all of it, then put your hand up, because the name of Tony or Anthony that connects there. But definitely problems with the lungs, and it's like feels like it, just like, you know, where someone's got not asbestosis, where where they've smoked too. Emphysema, that's the one. Okay. No one want him? Does anyone understand any of it with the gentleman with the emphysema, but not even, like, if you don't understand the porter bit that's thrown you off? Because I just get a sense of mesothelioma. Okay. But you don't understand the bit about him being a porter?
No, but he did work in the hospital for a little bit, but it's more security, not enough.
Oh, okay.
Not that I knew.
Right, okay, mesothelioma. And the name Tony or Anthony? I want to take that. No, okay. See, I would normally get the mesothelioma because my own dad passed with it. So thank you for speaking up. And do listen, because but I want to just make sure this is right, because I know when you said emphysema, that felt right to me. So I know this man was a smoker. I know I want to talk about 3 children with this gentleman. So he's not telling me what relationship he is, but I just feel somebody would have known. Does anyone here work in a hospital themselves, please? No. Okay. Come on, you're going to have to give me a bit more. The weird thing is with this blend is he don't feel mega old when he goes to spirit. And what I mean is he's the right side of 70, I will say, with this gentleman. And I just know with him, as I say, you understand a gentleman that worked in a hospital but as security, but you didn't understand any of the other information other than the mesothelioma, which I felt was more emphysema, I've got to say. Come on. bet it's because this lot are more awake than some of you guys tonight. Come on, let me hear your voices. Speak to me. I had words with them before I came tonight, and I said, because I'm well aware that happens, and I said, don't be pulling any of that stuff with me. Right, no, I want them to connect. There we are, okay. I know, Doreen. So is there a Doreen here, or is that connects? It's weird, actually. Is there anyone that lived next door to a gentleman that would have died with emphysema? I feel like he must have worked in a hospital. I know I'm seeing like hospital beds and porters and stuff like that. I don't want to change it because I don't do that. I'm not a dog with a bone. The name Jenny or Jen would sit quite nicely there for me. And it just feels like you would know him, whoever this person is known to here, would know him from your street or from your neighbourhood. He's something to do with a neighbour. And the name, I think I said, was Tony I was getting for that. Anything connect with any of you? Or shall I just go home? Nothing else, didn't work anything else. I just know.
I don't know. We don't know where he worked when he was younger.
He was in the what?
We don't know anything about the.
Yeah, you're the only one talking to me at the moment, so just bear with me. So anyway, the Jen, the Tony, nothing like.
I'm one of three.
Right.
And he was in hospital before he passed.
Yeah.
It's not anything.
I'm prepared to be wrong on that front, if need be. I just know he would have been a smoker.
Yeah.
Right. I might come back to you then. Okay. It's an odd one. But yours is family, isn't it?
Yeah. I think you said neighbour. Someone.
Yeah. I don't know why, but I just felt like neighbour connections or someone you would have known, unless he lived with you in your street, but don't want to put in there. Right, okay. Let me get him back stronger and work with him a minute, and just because I've gone whoop, all over the place, and I want to get him right because I work for them. Not that I don't work for you too, but the spirit are the ones that I've got to connect with there. This gentleman, as I say, I just get a strong sense of, so you are one of three. Did I say one of three before?
You said 3 children.
3 children, right, okay. But he would be the right side of 70 when he passes, okay. And you understand the hospital connection, but security guard, okay. Now, would you know if this man's clothing is still here in the family? Like a fleece or something like that? Because he's just put on me a fleece, but it feels like something that would be worn at work with him. And it feels like it's still hung in the house where I lived, or one of the children would have it, please. No? Okay, that's fine. I don't want to go off. So, but would this be dad to you? It is dad. Okay. It's like they were giving me a sense of my own dad, and he worked for a long time, not in the hospitals at all, but where I still go out now with his fleece on, and I go and have a sneaky cigarette, and that's what he would have done. So it's like that connection there. And you didn't understand this with your neighbour, any of this, just so I can make sure that I'm not in the right. Right, okay. Right. Then I'm going to work with you if I may. It may just be that as my energy's weakening, I'm just kind of sliding down a gradual hill. I may need to stop soon. Okay. Do you understand the name of Doreen as well? Because I asked if there was a connection there, and I just heard that name as I began to work with this gentleman, and you would understand as well if this is to be. He would have worked in the same place for a very long time. Yeah, no, okay. Bear in mind, it's all gone Pete Tom. Okay. We tried. But I don't want to make the wrong person. I want to make sure he goes to the right person. I'll be honest with you. The connection's not as strong as some of the other connections that I've had. May just be that he's, I don't know, a sense of he's not been there, doesn't really know what he's doing with it all. But I just got a sense of, I was so strong with that hospital bed and this wheeling round with him. And all the other stuff he gave me, but it may be one of your guests. Hopefully not. Hopefully one of you will come up after and go, I've remembered. Okay. So come on, if you're going to stay, you've got to give me a bit more. Okay. So with this gentleman, okay, we're going to assume we might be still with you or not. Would you understand where there was between diagnosis and passing about 3 years, please? Less than that, right? Okay. I'm going to say God bless. Yeah. Thank you, and I'm just going to see if I can get anyone else through because I know that it'll be my energy. It's not the spirit world, okay? After a little while, and I've done a whole day at work as well, so. I just have to stay true to them, and that's where we're at with that. Okay, come on. Do we want to? Just talk amongst yourselves. It's fine. Okay. Right. Okay, dokes. Yeah. Thanks, mate. Okay. Yeah, it's funny. You just as you've said that, I'm just aware of. Do you know what they can't? Yeah. I'll get a sense of actually. I've got a couple that are coming through together. Okay, and just as I'm aware of them starting to come through there, as you said about the weather, he started singing. I'm singing in the rain. I know that this couple were together like for years. It's like 50 years or more. I know I'm celebrating like a very special anniversary there with them, okay? I know that the name James or Jim would connect there quite nicely. Just you lot should have come. Do you know what it is, right? You lot need to be sitting in the middle, Okay. Do you know what? They must have danced. Right, okay. Sorry, you lot, but you're not saying yes to anything. So I've just got to go with who I get that's the strongest. And as I say, so, and that is absolutely it. I always ask for where the need is, okay, and where it needs to be. But you'd understand with them, they must have danced at some point, okay, because I just know he wants to whirl around the room, okay. So I know that at some point, they're like an old romantic couple. They only ever had eyes for each other. Would you understand that? Yeah, but it didn't matter. They knew each other inside out, but they never went to bed on an argument. Oh, I don't know about that. So that's what they're saying. Okay, they're saying what the history. Okay, who would be Betty or Elizabeth, please? Right, okay. Because I just asked, just for confirmation of that I'm in the right place, of where a Betty or Elizabeth would be.
My mum's her mum's.
Right, okay. Was one of them slightly hard of hearing? Because it's almost like I feel like I want to shout or I want the TV really loud when you go round there. Because I'm hearing like the Coronation Street kind of, but it's loud.
It was always loud.
Mm. Always loud, right, okay. Make reference. I don't know these people, I've never met you before in my life, so in case anyone thinks it's a fix here. Okay. I just know with them, okay, and I will make it keep it brief because I am aware that we've been there. to you guys tonight as well. And so, and that, as I say, that is absolutely fine, because I love the fact that your family are so here for you. Okay, there's obviously a need there as well. But I just know they're talking about. I don't think that they're necessarily going to do this. Okay, but it's where they want to talk about a surprise. Okay, it's almost like someone is jumping out of a box and saying surprise. Would you understand? Is there anyone that's currently either? Because don't want to give it away, but have you got family like not talking about the family tree stuff, but overseas, please? Because I just want to talk about somebody that's either overseas or okay. And would you also know whether it is either a baby to be born or a baby coming, please? Yeah. You've got reference of that as well, okay? Because I just know that they're really excited about this.
Oh, really? Yeah. We did have someone from overseas, yeah.
Right.
For his wedding, yeah, I'm sorry.
Okay, no, that's absolutely fine. I bet I've been with you guys all night. All the no's, they're all with you. Okay. I just know, as I say, I want to make reference to this surprise, and that the spirit world and all your people there are really excited about what's to come for you, okay? And it's like, I know that you need to be looking forward and looking forward to the future and looking forward to happy, lighter times, okay? It's almost like I see, as I look out, it's almost like I see through, like, although it might be raining outside, it's like I know that man's made reference to that song as he's come in. So there's something about looking outside and where it looks rainy and gloomy and everything else, but almost like going out and dancing in those, in the puddles and living life to the full and embracing the emotion and what is around you at the moment, this moment in time. And they were such positive, uplifting people as well, as saying about remembering how loved you are, all of you as a family. And this, they love. I want to talk about a big family for these, okay? Like, because I don't want to talk about 13, and it might have been unlucky for some, but not for us. Do you understand where that is? Right. Okay. Well, just remember I've said that, because we have got a Friday the 13th coming up as well, so I know I need to make reference there. But I'm going to leave their love with you. Say thank you very much for listening to me and working with me. As I say, we don't control where the messages go, but we always ask where they are, where the most need is. Okay, and as I say, I work for the spirit world, and say you're important with it. And so I thank you very much for listening to me and for blending with me, because you're all part of that energy. So thank you very much. Oh, I don't mind. Do you want to? Okay, so if you just join with me however you feel comfortable, as we just say thank you to the world of spirit, our loved ones, and those who are bringing forward their stories and their upliftment and their laughter and their love. We ask that this centre remain open for all to be part of, and that your journeys home are safe. And we say amen. Thank you.
Thank you.